What's going on, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at with another NFL record prediction. And this time, we'll be giving you my NFL record predictions for the Seattle Seahawks in 2021. Give you my game-by-game analysis, pick by pick, to see which games do I think the Seahawks will win and some games do I think the Seahawks will lose. So before I give you my record predictions for the Seattle Seahawks in 2021, make sure you do smash the thumbs up to like that video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below on the Seahawks. How you feel about them? Do you think the Seahawks are going to make the playoffs? Do you think they're going to win the West this year? Or do you think they're going to regress a little bit and decline? So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so before I get started, now, I have the Niners splitting with the Seahawks because, the Niners, and the Seahawks always own each other. And I have the Seahawks splitting with the Rams because, the Rams and Seahawks always play each other tough. And they own each other. So, that's just pretty much why. So, week 1, the Seahawks kick it off with the Indianapolis Colts. This is an interesting game, though. But this can go either way because I feel like on paper the Colts match up well with the Seahawks. But I want to take the Colts at home. But you know what? Even though it's in Indy, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I have more trust in Russell Wilson more than Carson Wentz. Because, trust me, Russell Wilson's the better quarterback than Carson Wentz, just to be honest with. And I don't really know if the Colts have enough corners to cover the Seahawks receivers. So I feel like DK and Tyler Lockett will have a big game. So that's why I have the Seahawks win. But I think it's going to be close. Next game, they have to play versus the Titans. You know what? I got them beating the Titans, though, but because I just kind of feel like the Seahawks do have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. They're at home. And I think they'll find a way to control the clock and control time possession. So, yeah. So that's why I think the Seahawks will win. Next game, week 3, they have the Vikings. Now, this is an interesting game, though. Now, this can go either way, though, because, here's the thing. Because we all remember this game from last year, and this game was in Seattle. But you know what? I feel like on paper, the Vikings kind of match up well with the Vikings good. Well, match up well with the Seahawks good. But you know what? Since the game's in Minnesota, I'm going to take the Vikings because I think the Vikings did upgrade the corner position and upgrade the front seven, slow down the Seahawks run game and to cover the Seahawks receivers. So at least they got Patrick Peterson and Bashar Breeland and Mackenzie Alexander, yeah. But I just don't think the Seahawks have much of a pass rush to slow down Dalvin Cook in the run game. And I don't think they have much of a secondary, to cover the Vikings receivers. So I think the Vikings offense has a big game. But it will be close, but I think the Vikings find a way to win. So we're going to skip over to week 6. They got the Steelers. Now, I think we remember this game from 2019 when, the Steelers, the Seahawks outdueled them when Big Ben was hurt. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Steelers because I think the Steelers would match up well with the Seahawks. Because I don't really think – I know the Steelers are going to regress this year, but I just think the Steelers defensively have a really good front seven. And I think they'll find a way to slow down Russell Wilson and give him some fits and all that. And I don't think the Seahawks secondary is going to have an answer for the Steelers receivers. With Juju, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Eric Ebron, yeah. I feel like the Steelers' weapons will have a big game. And I think Big Ben's going to show some promise that he's going to have a big day. As long as the Steelers' offensive line protect them, then I think they'll win. But it will be close because Russ will keep pace. But I think the Steelers win. Next game, they have to play versus Saints on Monday Night Football. I have the Seahawks beating the Saints because I just don't think that the Saints are going to be good this year. I think the Saints are going to take a step back this year because they lost their franchise quarterback. So yeah, and I think the Saints lost a lot of depth pieces on defense, and I think Russell Wilson and DK and Gerald Everett and Tyler Lockett's gonna have a big day. So yeah, that's why I think the Seahawks will win. Also, they have the better quarterback, so that's pretty much why I think Seattle will win. But I wouldn't be shocked if this game was close, but I think Seattle finds a way to win. All right, next game, Week 8, they have to play versus the Jags. I got them beating the Jags because, Jacksonville is going to be dealing with some learning curves because they have a new quarterback, a new coach, a new culture. I mean, a lot of new stuff. I mean, I don't really trust a rookie on the road. And I think Russell Wilson, I think he's going to have a big day, and he's going to find a way to take apart that Jags young secondary, which is really not as great. So, yeah, but I think it will be close, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was. But I think Seattle finds a way to win. So then they get a bye week 9. Then I think after the bye week, they have to play week 10 versus the Packers. Now, I think there's another thing that can go either way. But I don't really know who's going to be the quarterback for the Packers. Whether it's going to be Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is not on the team and doesn't play, then I think I'll lean towards the Seahawks. But if Aaron Rodgers does play, then I'm going to go towards the Packers because Lambeau Field is just a tough place to play at, though. But you know what? I'm going to say the Packers are just going to win for just right now until something changes. Because I think Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback than Russell Wilson. And plus, I don't think the Seahawks are going to have an answer for Devontae Adams, Alan Lazar, Valdez Scantling, Amari Rodgers, and Robert Tonyan. So I think the Packers offense will have a big game. And I think Aaron Jones will have a big game. He's going to run all over your defense. I mean, yeah. This game can totally change my mind. But I'm leaning towards the Packers because they're at home. But I think it will be close and a high-scoring game, but I think the Packers find a way to win. All right. So next game, Week 11, they have to play against the Cardinals. I actually have the Cardinals splitting with you guys. I'm going to say the Seahawks win the first game because I think they have the better quarterback and better coach. And I just think they're just a better team overall. So, I mean, that's pretty much why. And I have the Cardinals win the second game because I think the Cardinals, I just think that the Cardinals defense and their offense has a big game against these guys. So, yeah. And they always own each other, so that's pretty much why. Week 12, they have to play against the football team. Then this is a Monday night game. Now, this is another thing that can go either way, though. But you know what? I think we did remember this game from last year from the regular season when Seattle only beat them by like 5 points. But I think this game will be much closer. If Washington, if their offensive line can protect Fitzmagic, then I think they'll be competitive. You know what? I mean, I don't really trust Ryan Fitzmagic and all that, but you know what? I think Washington does have the pass rush to slow down Russell Wilson in that offensive line. And also, I think they do have the secondary, but I don't know if they have enough corners to cover DK Metcalf and Lockett. So, yeah. But I think this game might be a little close, but I'm going to lean towards the Seahawks because I just think the Seahawks are just a better team. They have the better quarterback and the better coach. But I want to lean towards Washington since they're at home because I think they do have the receivers and the running back to move the ball and expose the Seahawks defense and their secondary, which is not great. But I'm just leaning towards the Seahawks for some reason. But I don't know. I can definitely change my mind. But if Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson joins the team, I can change my prediction here. But I'm leaning towards Seattle just for right now. Then week 14, they got to play against the Texans. I got them beating the Texans because, I believe Deshaun Watson's not going to be playing in this game. So I believe that makes the Texans, one of the worst teams in football. So, yeah. I mean, Seattle's just a better team. They have the quarterback advantage, better coach. I mean, no question that. That's an easy win for Seattle. Now, week 16, they have to play against the Chicago Bears. Now, this is going to be a fun game to watch because if it's Fields versus Russell Wilson, then I think it's going to be fun. But you know what? I don't trust a rookie on the road. So I'm leaning towards the Seahawks because I believe they're the better team. They have the better quarterback and the better coach. They're at home. But you know what? I kind of feel like on paper the Bears can match up well with Seattle because I think we've seen that matchup in 2018. But you know what? I don't think the Bears secondary is as great as it used to be. So I'm pretty much think that your receiver is gonna have a big day, and including the tight end Gerald Everett. I mean, he's gonna have a big day too. I mean, I think the Seahawks offense will have a big day as well. So yeah, that's pretty much why. All right, next game they have to play versus the Detroit Lions. I got the Seahawks beating the Lions because Seattle's a better team. I mean, the Lions are gonna be one of the worst teams in all football. Yeah. Seattle, they have the better quarterback. To be honest, Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Jared Goff by this point. And they have the better coach. They're at home. No question in that. That's pretty much why Seattle wins. So at this point, I have the Seahawks going 11-6. I feel like this record is pretty good. I can see the Seahawks being as good at maybe 12-5. 13-4. Yeah. I can see them being good at that. But I think their maximum can be like about maybe like I'm going to say maybe like 13 wins this year. So yeah. And I say their floor can be like about like 9 wins this year. So yeah, so I think the Seahawks are gonna land somewhere like from like 10 to 12 wins this year, but I'm sticking with 11 though. Because with 3-3 in the division, 7-5 in their conference, 8-0 at home, 3-6 away, that's pretty good. Now when you look at the teams' their schedule, they have to play the Colts, they play the Titans, they play the Vikings, they play the 49ers twice, they play the Rams twice, they play the Steelers twice, they play the Saints, they play the Packers, they play the Cardinals twice, they play the Washington football team, they play the Bears and the Lions. This is an easy schedule. I don't really have the Seahawks winning the division right now. I still has them as the Rams. I'm probably going to look. Now, it's probably saying that the Seahawks, are like above the Niners. Maybe I'm probably going to change my prediction here. Can I give them a watch that at least one of these teams? They're going to have to at least pull off an upset. They're going to at least have one team pull off an upset versus Seattle so they can be in third. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say they lose to the football team week 12. So, yeah, that makes them as 10-7. So, yeah. And that should let the Seahawks in third place. So, yeah. And also, I just think that, I kind of do have the Niners and Rams above the Seahawks because I feel like they have the better defense. But I just don't think your defense is as good as theirs. So, yeah, that's why I was thinking the Seahawks are probably going to regress a little bit this year. Because I kind of feel like the Seahawks, they need corners. They need edge rushers. They need all that stuff defensively to be an elite team. This team doesn't feel like an elite team. Yeah. But I think your offensive line will be okay. So, yeah, but I think your defense needs a lot of work. So, that's pretty much why. But I really wouldn't rule out the Seahawks being the winner to win the NFC West because, we know they won it last year, but I don't think they're going to win it again. I think it's going to lean towards the Niners and the Rams. So, yeah. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Seahawks. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm crazy? Just let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Seahawks record. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones from The Big Fan. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out my NFL playlist for more NFL predictions. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.